Hello, my name is Fay Toyne. I was one of Australia's leading tennis players in the 1960s.
Now you're probably wanting to know what this chair here, it is one of the linesman's chair that used to be used at Fruit Park, Milton during the championships, state and international and Davis Cup matches. Very comfortable chair, and I didn't happen to knock anyone off the chair anyway during the tournaments, but that's the one.
Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Racer here from Fruit Park YouTube channel with Fay Toyne. In the last part of this series we're going to be talking about some photos that Fay has, and if I'm careful I'll actually be able to zoom in on them as Fay talks to them, and if I'm not careful we'll be doing it again. So Fay, over to you.
Yes, well, this is a very interesting photo because it is taken on the centre court at Milton, and it's the first coaching school that the QLTA, as we used to call it then, ran. And the stands are in better condition than when they had to be pulled down, but it gives you an idea how the stands were. And I think the stand here was for VIPs, and in this photo is Ayre, who was my coach, and he taught me to do a kick or serve. And he was a really nice gentleman indeed.
And there's a sad conclusion to Ian's story that Daphne Fancutt has actually referred to in her series, isn't there?
Yes, he had a sports shop over in Greenslopes selling tennis clothes, and then he decided to move it over, his daughter ran it, over to Sunnybank, to the shopping centre over there, and he signed up for a long lease, I think, and it went under. So he was paying this every week for nothing. So he was, when I first came back to Brisbane, as Laffy's is just up the road from me, I used to wonder why he was still coaching all those hours, and I just thought, you know, you shouldn't be doing this. And then of course he had a heart attack and dropped over dead on a court playing fixtures one Saturday afternoon, and so his wife then was in a little bit of financial trouble, so together Ken Laffy got all the past players, and we played a pro celebrity match for him, and we also had a dinner that night with auction items, and with the money amassed from those two things, we managed to make Glenda Ayre financially stable again.
And it was another one of those times when Steve Ayre come to the fore, as I understand it, and not only did he fly back especially to participate, he was also a generous contributor to the whole function. Yes,
well, I think he's very passionate about tennis, and well, as from the Stefan racket that he put up on the old Milton, and yes, I think it was a sign of when all people come together of what can be done.
Yeah.
And it was very good. This also is a very interesting photo because it shows the back of the stands at Milton. The stands were around the grass centre court, and at the top of the stands they were the broadcasting boxes, and I'm playing on the granite court in an age tournament, and all the granite, there was about, I don't know, about 15 of them, and but it gives out an idea. And I always remember one of the committee telling me that Big Bill Edwards went to Melbourne and wanted to have the Davis Cup in Brisbane, and they asked him how many people could he accommodate, and he told them some, fictitious thing, and then he came back to Queensland and said, okay, we've got to build this stand, we've got it, which was, I think that all those things helped to sort of promote tennis, and everybody wanted to play. Everybody had a backyard court, not everybody, but my auntie actually bought me a court in Shrapnel Road at Morningside, so I could practice on, because my father used to be driving around finding men for me to play against. So that saved him a lot of running around. But it's they've all gone now, and there'll be a new Frew Park, and it's good to see that it's being put to good use.
Yeah, that should be a beautiful set of courts. I wouldn't necessarily say no money's been spared on bringing the courts to fruition, but they are a magnificent complex, well lit, and certainly very soundly pounded the foundations of them, and they should last hopefully another 100-odd years, because next year, 2015, is the 100th anniversary of the establishment of tennis courts at Frew Park in Milton. So it's an important anniversary.
Yes, it is. 100 years is a long time, and it's good that it's now got some more tennis courts on it, which will keep its tradition going.
Yes, hopefully indeed. And with that, Fay, I've really enjoyed this afternoon. Thank you so much for participating and bringing to light even more history in this fascinating tale that is Frew Park, Milton. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Peter.